Okay, another short video. Here in this video, I'm gonna put the grinding wheel to the fender just to see how deep it goes for now, and then I'm gonna decide that I'm not gonna do very much of that because it makes a really big mess, and I need to maybe build a murder room, that is to say a plastic room inside my garage to do that kind of work. And I'll show you the results of what the fender looks like now. It's pretty bad. And then I take off the trunk, I take off the hood, take off the trunk, and then also I got a radiator from my buddy Kevin, and I'm going to see if we can fit the radiator into the Chevelle. I don't think it's going to fit, but I'm going to look and see if it can be adjusted to fit later.
Okay, so I just have to use this once to see how it's going to go. I saw this on Wheeler Dealers. I'm using a polycarbide abrasive wheel and my new grinder, and I just want to look at it once. I also have started looking at this. I got some pictures of this. This is some kind of a fiberglass patch panel, and they put that fiberglass right over rusted metal. They never cleaned the metal up, and so everywhere where that fiberglass went, it just bubbled up. Now, you can buy parts of this skin, and the name of the game here is to figure out if I have to replace the whole quarter panel or if I can just replace this part right here. And that's the part, that's what I have to figure out. That's the main goal. So without further ado, here we go. Oh, that's gonna make a mess. And it's Bondo. It's Bondo Forever Thick. It's Bondo all the way down. I'm going to do one more little cut here. Okay. It's not the worst news I've ever seen. That's actual metal right there. So
let me just add a quick commentary track here to go along with these pictures. Here's a close-up of the rusted fender. I'm going to hit that with the polycarbide wheel that I learned about to strip paint and other materials off. You can see what they've done with the repair here is some kind of fiberglass patch under it, and I actually have a piece that shows you how thick the Bondo is, and I think it's even thicker than that in certain places, so all of that is going to have to be redone. So this is the hood of my 1968 Chevelle, and I'm going to take the hardware off of it and put it out in the shed while I do a whole bunch of other work. But I just want to point out something that's pretty obvious here, that when this was done, whoever painted this didn't remove the trim. So they just painted it, they taped over the trim, and they painted it, and you can see the result. So I'm going to pop the trim off. I may not even keep the hood. I might look at the hood and buy an SS hood. It's yet to be determined, but this is going to be a theme as I go to look at the parts of this car. If you're going to do something, do it right. Do it the hard way. This should probably be a good sign that I should have walked away. I don't even know. I mean, they didn't bother sanding it at all. Okay, I'm going to make some notes here, but I think the rear trunk can be saved. There's some rust on it that I'll have to get off. The mounting hardware looks fine too. The only problem is I think that this, the actual key is done. I'll have to look at a different way of doing that maybe in the future. We'll have to see when I put it back together. I don't like that. Okay, to finish up here, I have some close-ups of the rear window and some of the damage around there. The windows have an interesting there's a metal post that sticks out of the metal that you put fasteners on, and that's how the chrome that goes around the windows, or the trim that goes around the windows, is held in. So it's going to be tricky because in some places those are just destroyed, and in some cases they'll have to be replaced. Also, there's a picture of the hood latch mechanism. that I just took just to make sure I see the parts all together. I bagged them and tagged them. And finally, I have here a picture of the radiator. It is 2 3/4 inches taller than the top of the bulkhead there that would be out of the way of the trunk, out of the way of the hood closing. So that's going to be a problem. I have room on the bottom to make more room. We'll see if I decide to do that or not. And thank you for watching, John.